I made a post earlier today about men having caves and women having the well. And a good friend of mine asked me to elaborate. So I'm going to take this opportunity to just kind of dive in real quick about the man cave and the woman's well. I took out a minute and I kind of I wrote down some words, some adjectives, something that when I look at the man cave, when I look at the woman's well, some words that are trigger words that help me develop the whole philosophy behind the man cave and the woman's well. When I look at the man's cave, the cave is cold, it's dark, it's lonely, confused, a refuge, a retreat. Those are ways to describe the man's cave. And then when you look at the woman's well, you notice that it's a wet place. It's sad. It's weeping at the well, but it's also a social place, and it's a place where you get redemption and you get replenished at the same time. So what I want to do, I wrote down 3 reasons why you have the man's well, and 3 reasons why you have the man cave, and 3 reasons why you have the woman's well. And I hope this kind of shed light on it, because I'm doing this fast because I really wanted to reply to it. But number 1, for that man cave, the man goes in the cave to seek information. Number 2, he goes there to seek protection, and then number 3, he goes there to receive restoration. A woman number 1, she goes to seek validation. Number 2, she goes to seek for information, and then number 3, finally, she goes there to receive restoration. When you look at the man cave, a lot of times, we can look at that man cave and you look at it as a place where men want to be alone, or men want to separate from the women, and men wants to, maybe it's a place where on the outside you see a bunch of fun activity. You see a pool table, you see the dartboard, you see maybe some arcade games, you see the big screen TV, maybe a bar to the side with his favorite drink. You see all of those things, and you say, man, that does not depict this cold, dark, lonely, confused place. The man cave is not just a physical place. Yet there is a such thing as the cave. If you go back into the biblical sense, you see some of the great men of God. They actually hid themselves in caves. That cave in the biblical sense actually represented protection, and it was a refuge when those great men of God, those mighty men of valor, when they were in a place where they were confused and did not know where to go, and they hid in caves. When they needed protection, they hid in caves. That is the physical sense of the word cave. But I want you to understand that there's a point mentally where men feel cold, they feel dark, they feel lonely, they feel confused, and they need to retreat mentally. That place is not your pool table sitting in the middle of the room that's all, with the refrigerator full of the drinks, with the bar over to the side, with the big screen TV. That's not the cave that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the mindset of that man when he gets into a place where he don't know where to go, he don't know what to do, and he finds himself separating from everybody to just to seek out the information. Maybe he needs protection. Maybe it's something going on to where he feels like, if I don't get away, then I'm going to do something that I I probably would regret. So I need to not only protect me, but I need to protect my family. And then in that time where he's in that mental dark place, he's also looking for restoration. See, I submit to you, the reason why I started this series, and by the way, I'm going to add this to my Fight for Your Family series. I didn't think about it, but when the opportunity or the suggestion for me to elaborate, I say this is a good reason or a good opportunity for me to add this to the Fight for the Family series on my Instagram page. See what I want you to understand. If you're listening to this, I want you to understand this one simple thing. I want you to understand that men and women are different. God designed us different. We're gonna do things a little differently. So when you see a man want to escape to his cave, whether it's physically or mentally, maybe he's sitting right there in front of, maybe everybody's sitting in the living room and all the kids are playing around and everybody's laughing and joking. Then you look over there and you see your husband, you see your spouse, and he seems disconnected. You're saying, well, he's not engaging, and maybe you start feeling like maybe it's something that you did, or maybe you start feeling like he don't want to be there. What I want you to understand is that men or women are different. We're gonna process this information a little differently. Maybe it has something to do with you, or maybe it has something to do with something that was outside of the home, or maybe he's thinking about something that's coming up that's weighing on him heavy. But his weapon of choice is to escape into his cave, whether it's a physical cave or just in his mental assessment of what's going on. But he was built to escape into the cave. And then you look at the women, and you have to understand, men have to understand this. We have to understand that women are made different. Where we want to separate and get by ourselves, women choose to do it a little different. A woman may say, I need to go to the well. I need to go to a place where some people can relate to me. And so when biblically, when you look at the well, you always find that the woman goes to the well. They goes to a well on a daily basis, and they get water. They get that water. That's why it's wet at the well. But not only is we're talking about the water from the well, there's weeping at the well, and that's another reason why it's wet. Because they weep at the well. See, when women get together and they start sharing some of the things, the woes of life, they start sharing some of the issues that's happening in their relationship, and maybe it's on the job. See, they congregate at the well. They go there. They say, they see, one thing about the well is that they know that there's going to be another woman at the well. They don't coordinate it, but there's always going to be somebody there at the well, because biblically you always wanted to go to that well at a certain time of the day. You want to go to at a certain point of the day where you can because you're going to need that water throughout the day. So you always wanted to get that water in the beginning of the day. So you go to the well. And then you're going to find your sisters at the well. And then you're going to start talking about your woes of life. And because women are so emotionally connected to each other, they're going to feel your sorrow. They're going to hug on you. They're going to love on you. They're going to kiss on you. And they're going to tell you that everything's going to be okay. And you're going to get that water, and you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel restored because there's restoration at the well. See, one of the things that we have to understand as a family, as a community, is that there's nothing wrong with that man for saying, I want to escape to the cave. God made him that way. There's nothing wrong with that woman saying that I have to go to the well. And when she go to a well, you want, well, why can't you go by yourself? Why do you have to go? Because God made her that way. See, she needs that interaction. She needs that communication. See, we don't see, if you in the cave and it's 5 guys in this cave, and I know a lot of women thinking, well, okay, man, they having a great time, but would you be surprised that you can have 5, 10, 15 men in the cave and nobody's talking? Would it be surprising to you to know that there's no communication at the well, in the cave? Man, it's reflecting. See, it can be full of people, full of other men, but it's not about what you're gonna say to me, other man. See, this is the time where we start reflecting on things in our life. This is when we start, replaying back. Okay, how could I have done this better? And you say, well, why can't you ask the other man that? Wouldn't it be easier? It's not a point of being easier. It's not a point of being what's better. The point is that you were designed a certain way. And see, what I want you to understand is that I know you think your way is better, man. I know you think your way is better. I know you think your way is better, woman. You're supposed to think that way. But what I want you to do, in order for this family unit to get stronger, we have to understand that we're made different. And your way of handling it is not wrong. It's just different. When we can get to the place where we can respect each other's and respect the way that God made us, man, our family is going to get stronger. Our family is going to get stronger. So why the cave? Number 1 is because we seek information. Number 2, we seek protection. And number 3, we receive restoration. Say, why the well? Why the woman at the well? Yeah, because that woman seek validation. See, she have to go there and she have to tell what the problem is. Man, this is what's going on. Am I right about this? Is there something else that I should be doing? And she get validation or she get confirmation. But she's also essentially seeking information. And then at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, see that she wants restoration. Man, isn't it glad that you can go to the well and you can drink a water that you'll never have to thirst again? See, this is what I believe, and this is my closing. I believe that when we all operate in the way that we were intended to operate, when we all operate in the way that we were designed, we're gonna be a better he, we're gonna be a better she, we're gonna be a better him, we're gonna be a better her. We're gonna be a better man, we're gonna be a better woman, because we're operating in the way God intended us to be. See, the problem is, and the reason why the family is so weak right now, is because our gender roles have either weakened or got crossed.